Friend, let's discuss about trust. When you trust somebody completely, it's trusting them with all your heart and just having faith on a person without a shadow of a doubt. Other aspect of trusting is like putting your weight on a bridge and hoping that bridge will hold that weight without knowing how that bridge, how strong it is. Also, trust is like looking for a comfort zone. You're comfortable, you want to discuss or talk about things without worrying, without care, and without even a second thought, sharing your inner thought, your fears, your strength, and everything. We have heard in songs about trust, we have heard in poets about trust, about in the scripture we have heard about trust. And I know, my friend, once I mentioned trust, for most of you, what you think of most is betrayal. And that is okay, because that's what most of us associate trust with. Not most of us have been so lucky to trust people and not have our heart broken or our trust being betrayed, mostly by the people who are very close to us. It is unfortunate, but that is the nature of life. But knowing that we are human beings, we are weak. And the scripture tells us in Psalms 118 verse 8, if I'm not wrong, it says that, it's 118 verse 8. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in the man. Don't put your trust in a human being, because we are human beings and we are not perfect. We're gonna fail you. If you trust in human, we are going to fail you time and time again. That being said, my friend, you should not make yourself as a doormat for people to step on you. You have to be careful. You have to protect yourself. If, for example, you have put your faith on people, because you have to, at some point, you have to trust someone, maybe a family member, maybe a spouse, maybe your children, you put your trust on them, maybe just even friends, you put your trust on them. And then maybe it's people who you can't part with. If it's people in your family, you can love them, but you can't really trust them, right? But you have to know how to protect yourself when it comes to trust. You have to put your trust in God. And if it's people who you think, or someone you can approach and maybe explain to them about how you feel about them betraying your trust, and they acknowledge it and not repeat it again, then that's somebody you can take that journey with. You know they were weak, they broke their trust, but you can continue with the journey together. But if you confront someone who has betrayed your trust and they gaslight you, what does that mean? It's like somebody, you tell them, my friend, you've hurt me because of what you did or what you say, because of your action, and it has made me feel one way or the other. They accuse you maybe of being insecure, of not understanding, of overreacting, because you felt your trust being betrayed, and you have explained yourself, and this person or these people, they treat you like you are on the wrong, or you don't know what you're talking about. Then, my friend, it's wise to protect yourself from such people, because that means your trust has been betrayed, and there's no way you can ever gain trust from these people, and you can never trust them again. It may be their action, it may be their behavior, whatever it is, you have to protect yourself. That being said, we cannot be paranoid. We just have to know how to protect ourselves when it comes to these issues of trust. First of all, can you be trusted yourself? Are you a good friend? Are you a good spouse? Are you a good worker? Are you good? Are you there just showing people one side and making them trust you on one side? Maybe outside in the public you are trustworthy. When you come home, it's like a war zone. Maybe when you're at work, you're so hostile to your co-workers, but when you go to your friends, you are so good and so gentle. How can you put your trust? How can you be trusted? Do you shift faces? Do you treat people differently depending on the circumstances? Do you just play with people's emotions and their trust? Do you bring people close to you? Are you kind of a narcissist? You bring people close to you, then you betray their trust. We have to be careful on how we handle trust, friends, because trust is very important in this journey of life. We have to give and somebody has to take. We can't trust people completely because we know people will fail us from time to time. No one is perfect. But that being said, there is those guidelines. We know as human beings, we have to be kind to one another. We have to protect one another. We have to be at least accountable when we are wrong. And we have to try our best not to destroy other people's lives just because we can. Don't do that to people, and don't be that kind of a person. And if you're in a situation where you are dealing with this kind of situation right now, it's good to evaluate, is this coming, are you mistrusting people because of what is in your file? Maybe these people have or somebody has betrayed your trust in the past and now you're expecting the worst. Or have you seen this being done to somebody else and that has made you to be more cautious and expecting people to betray you or not deserving your trust? It's good also to check on those areas, because if you're just paranoid and jumping into conclusion, also that can make you paranoid and insecure. But if for sure you know you're not overreacting, you're not paranoid, it's something that has been done to you repeatedly, and you've taken back and you have evaluated all these areas, my friend, it's time to take a step back, evaluate your boundaries, evaluate yourself, and assess the situation and these people, and know how you can move forward with these people. For example, if somebody is the person we mentioned there earlier, is a gaslighter, you have to stay away from that. If it's a family member or your or people you cannot do away with, you have to limit your interaction and to know what to share and what not to share, because they don't care what makes you happy or what you're going to benefit. Maybe it's something, your plans you're making with them, but they are putting you down. They are telling you things, or they betray you, or they backstab you, or you can even give somebody a business idea and they go and start it themselves instead. So you have to know how much you are trusting these people. You could be planning for a job interview, they go ahead of you. Be careful what you are sharing. You can be with a spouse and then they betray your relationship because they know where to penetrate, which way to go to destroy your life, because you trusted them. So you have to be careful by knowing only God can be trusted fully, not human. You have to be careful what you go sharing about your home, about your work, about your life, about your failures and success. Keep some of these things to yourself. Share them with God only, because not everyone who wants what's best for you. My friend, I pray that you continue trusting and putting your trust in God, not in human. Believe in Him fully and ask for wisdom and guidance on how you can deal with the issues of trust and trusting people. And if you're the one who betrays others, you're not trustworthy, learn of ways that you can be trustworthy, because you're not a lost cause. You can always come back and be an honest person, because the only person who you are truly accountable to is your Creator, your God. You can betray other people, but you can't hide from God. So know that when you're doing wrong, you can't hide from God. When you're doing right, you can't hide from God. Please don't cause pain to other people. And if you have been caused pain, I feel for you. You can seek help, maybe counseling or coaching. You can be helped. You can seek help, and then you can be able to move on with your life the best way possible. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm Terry Doe once again, the founder of Upia TV. Please share and subscribe, and I'll appreciate that. God bless. Until next time, remember you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Bye.